love oatmeal but you're not sure if you should eat it, then stay tuned because I'm revealing everything you need to know about oatmeal and diabetes. So before you take another bite, put down your spoon, listen in, and find out if oatmeal is truly a good choice for blood sugar. Hey everyone, welcome to Healthy Mom, Happy Family. I'm so excited to have you with me today. I'm registered dietitian and certified diabetes educator Erin Palinski-Wade, and I am thrilled today to be talking about a food that I absolutely love, which is oatmeal. Now, I know a lot of my clients will ask me if eating oatmeal with diabetes is a good idea. So if you are wondering about that, you are definitely in the right place today because I'm going to be sharing with you everything you need to know about oatmeal and blood sugar. So we're going to look at what to look for when you're buying it, how to best eat it, and if you should eat it with any other foods, and even how to prepare it. So I can't wait to get started with you. But before we dive in, I just want to remind you that if you are looking for tips and tricks and advice on managing blood sugar and living with type 2 diabetes, or even looking for quick and easy recipes, then you are in the right place. And I would love for you to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new video. Okay, so in today's video, I am going to be sharing with you everything about oatmeal that you need to know. So we're going to talk about the health benefits of oatmeal. I'm going to share with you how oatmeal impacts blood sugar and diabetes. And I'm going to go over with you how to choose the best oatmeal. Now we're also going to look at how to add oatmeal into your diabetes meal plan. So if there's the best time of day to eat it, the right portion to eat, and what you should be eating with it to keep your blood sugar in check. So are you ready? Let's get started. Okay, so let's first talk about what oatmeal really is. So oatmeal is a cereal that's made from oats, and oats are a whole grain. So what that means is that a whole grain contains all parts of the grain, right? Nothing's been removed from it, so it's naturally going to contain more nutrients and more fiber than refined alternatives. So if you were looking at a refined cereal, something like a sugary cereal, you're going to find that oatmeal is going to have more fiber, more protein, and more overall nutrition, which means generally it's going to be better for your blood sugar management. Now, when you look at the actual nutrition of oats, in a half a cup of oatmeal, and this is uncooked rolled oats that you turn into oatmeal, so half a cup uncooked, you're actually getting only 154 calories, 28 grams of carb, and 4 grams of fiber, along with 5 grams of protein. Now, that's in rolled oats. When you buy oatmeal in the store, you have to look because sometimes, especially if you're buying the packets of oatmeal, they can be sweetened, and that can add to the carbohydrates and the sugar. So you always want to look for unsweetened, you want to look at the label, and really what you want to see is the only ingredient really should be 100% rolled oats, and then you can flavor it naturally yourself so you know what you're really getting. So let's talk about the health benefits of oatmeal, because you'll see that I recommend oatmeal a lot. I tend to think it's a really versatile food, it's fun to add to the meal plan, but it also has a lot of health benefits. So we know it's a whole grain, so it's going to provide a source of carbohydrates. It's also going to provide a source of fiber. And this is great because one of the fibers in oats is called beta-glucan. And this particular type of fiber has actually been shown to help reduce LDL cholesterol levels as well as blood pressure. And so that means it can be beneficial to improving cardiovascular health. And if you have diabetes or you're at risk of it, that is great news because if we are lowering blood pressure and unhealthy cholesterol levels, it's improving heart health, and people with diabetes are at a greater risk for heart disease. So that's really important. The other really great thing about this type of fiber is it's actually been shown to increase the levels of the healthy bacteria in our gut. And we know that gut health plays such a huge role in everything from insulin sensitivity to our mood and energy. So really important to get in not just enough fiber, but the right types of fiber. And oats do contain that beneficial fiber. So I'm definitely a fan of eating more. Now, another great thing about oatmeal is it does seem to have anti-inflammatory properties, which can help to reduce chronic inflammation in the body and then even blood pressure as well. So again, if we're lowering blood pressure, that's improving your overall heart health. Now, when it comes to diabetes management and oatmeal, you have to think about oats are a source of carbohydrate, but they are a complex carbohydrate. So that means they're going to be digested more slowly. Plus, they have protein and they have fiber and they have other beneficial nutrients. So together, they're not going to have as great an impact on blood sugar as a more refined cereal. Oatmeal in general has a medium glycemic index score. So that means that when you consume regular portions, about a half a cup of oatmeal, you're going to see minimal spikes in blood sugar. All right, and that's because we think about that beta glucan fiber in the oats. It's not just helping to slow down the release of sugar into the bloodstream, but we also know that it can actually help with regulating insulin levels as well. There's actually been some pretty exciting research on oats and oatmeal, and eating oats has been shown to have a significant reduction in that A1C level, which is your 3-month average of blood sugar. So there does seem to be a lot of benefits to eating oats and oatmeal when you are trying to manage your blood sugar levels. So I do want you to be aware when you're thinking about oatmeal that there are different types of oatmeal. So the type of oatmeal that you purchase is going to have the biggest impact on the nutrition and even how you're going to prepare it, but also the impact it's going to have on blood sugar. And the big thing I want you to think about is watching out for flavored oatmeals, because a lot of times these flavored oatmeals are containing a large amount of added sugar. And the more added sugar we take in, the more of a negative impact that's going to have for blood sugar. So if you have diabetes, if you're trying to watch your blood sugar, or even if you're not, it's better for all of us to choose unflavored oatmeal, 100% rolled oats, and then just sweeten it naturally. You can put fruit on it, you can put cinnamon on it, but that's really your best choice to really help to prevent those spikes in blood sugar from the added sweeteners you can find in some of these commercially prepared oatmeals. Now, the other thing I want you to think about when you are eating oatmeal is it is a source of carbohydrate. And we know that when we pair carbohydrate with a source of healthy fat or protein or additional fiber, that can help to improve your blood sugar. So that is the recommendation I would make to you, is that when you're eating oatmeal, don't just eat it by itself, but add a source of protein or fat or fiber to really help you to better manage blood sugar. So throw some almonds on top, or you could have it alongside some scrambled eggs in the morning. But this is one of the best ways to really make sure we're not adding to the carbohydrate load and having a better impact on blood sugar. Okay, so let's talk about how to prepare oatmeal so that it has the least impact on blood sugar. The best way really is to use water or a choice of milk. So basically you're going to put the rolled oats in water or milk, and then you're going to heat them on the stove, you can heat them in the microwave, you can do overnight oats. It's really up to you. But think about when you're adding the fluid in, water is not going to add in any additional calories or carbohydrate. Milk does add some carbohydrates, some fat, and some protein. So you do want to take that into account and see if water or milk is a better choice for you when you really think about your carbohydrate goals per meal. Now, I did want to give you a little tip on oatmeal. So a lot of my clients love the idea of oatmeal, but they feel like they don't have time to make it. So one of my favorite things to do is just make overnight oats. All you do is you add the liquid and you add the oats and you put them in like a mason jar, stick it in the fridge overnight, and in the morning it's absorbed all the liquid. So all you have to do is warm it up. I just throw it in the microwave for like 30 seconds and warm it up, and you're ready to eat it. So if you want oatmeal on the go, overnight oats are pretty much the easiest way to do it. Now let's talk a little bit about how to flavor your oatmeal. So I know I mentioned that I prefer you don't use flavored oatmeal because they have a lot of added sugar, but you can flavor it in so many ways. So yes, you could put fruit on top, but you could do cocoa powder, you could do cinnamon, you could do nutmeg, vanilla extract. You can even go savory, right? So you could put cheese in your oatmeal. You can do more of a savory dish versus a sweet dish. And if you do want to sweeten it further, you can use some blood sugar friendly sweeteners. And I've made some videos on things like allulose, monk fruit, erythritol, even stevia. All of these can be used to sprinkle on oatmeal too, and they're not going to have an impact on your blood sugar. All right, so let's talk about the bottom line on oatmeal, and is oatmeal okay to eat when it comes to diabetes? So oatmeal, as I mentioned, it's a whole grain, it's nutrient dense, it contains a good amount of fiber, it has essential vitamins and minerals and protective antioxidants. It has that specific type of fiber that's beneficial for our overall heart health and gut health. So absolutely, I think oatmeal is a great choice for people with diabetes. But you do have to remember it is a source of carbohydrate. And even though it does contain some fiber and some protein on its own, the portion size is going to be really important when you think about the impact it's going to have on blood sugar. So my recommendation would be to have about a half a cup of cooked oatmeal at one sitting. And this again can vary based on your own individual meal plan goals. But eat it in combination with an additional source of protein or healthy fat or fiber so that it is going to help to mute that blood sugar response even further. Now remember, everybody with diabetes is an individual, so when you do consume oatmeal, always check your blood sugar to see how you respond. The response that you get is going to really help you to see the best way for you to eat oatmeal, the best time of day, the portion size that works for you, or even what you eat in combination with the oatmeal. But the biggest warning I have about oatmeal is try to avoid those flavored oatmeals that have added sugar. If you want a flavored oatmeal, read the ingredient list, look at the packaging, be on the lookout for added sugar. The only ingredients really should be 100% rolled oats or any flavorings that don't contain added sugar, like cinnamon. That would be your best choice when you're choosing oatmeal. And then flavor on your own using blood sugar friendly ways to sweeten it. And so let me know, do you eat oatmeal? And if you do, how do you like to eat it? Do you eat it as a bowl? Do you use it in recipes? I'd love to hear from you, so comment below. And if you liked today's video, I would love to have you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss new tips, tricks, or recipes. Thanks so much for joining me.